It's fine. And a good tip today, if you can, is some of the things you want to get a photo of today might have a bit of glass or perspex in front of, so a good tip today, do a photo on an angle, the left or the right, you don't get any flashback. They may not like football, they may not like rugby, they may not like any sports. Just do the jobs.
And guys, inside the stadium today, if the fire alarm does sound, fingers crossed it doesn't, we'll be going to the right to the gate from them.
Use all the room there. I'm sure you'll spot a few familiar faces there. Some a bit more familiar than others, depending on how old you are. And remember that good tip, do your photo from an angle, the left or the right. There you go, make your way in, guys. If you're on your own today or as a group, you want a photo taken, please ask. There you go, make your way in. Make your way in there, guys. There you go.
Sit there, mate. You know, we'll let you off. This is the exact room that our manager, Brendan Rodgers, comes into after each game, and he'll talk to the Wales media, where you are now. Believe it or not, on a match day, this room is jam-packed with the media. 50 of the Wales media can be in this room after the game, all asking the questions to the manager. Now, where Kevin was sitting as Harry Redknapp, well, that's exactly where Harry Redknapp would have been sat in his managerial days, because you'd have Brendan Rodgers here sitting next to the visiting manager on a match day. That's exactly how it works. The cameramen are in the middle. They're told in the little earpiece, don't go above, below, or to the side of the boards. It creates the illusion then that these boards are all the way around the room, making it look dead posh. But when we look, it's not that really, is it? And that's exactly how it will look on the TV, because you only see the boards, you don't see nothing else. Now, whichever competition that we're in, the boards will change. Whether it's the Europa League, well, like it will be on Thursday, or whether it be the Carling Cup as it was, which is now the Capital One Cup, the FA Cup, or whichever game, these boards will just change and they'll put their sponsors on and so on. Because it's all about the sponsorship and the money today in the football, and that's why it's important that the likes of this is always in the background when they're given shots during any interviews. Now, down by the home team dressing room, we've had to incorporate 4 additional areas because such is the demand from the Wales media and the press today. Because as soon as the players come off, they're put against boards just like that, and they're interviewed. The cameras are put in the face, and those questions will start about the game. And you'll see that when you go down in the next couple of moments. So that's one of the reasons that we bring it in the room, is to give you an idea of what it looks like. The real reason we bring it in this room is the history behind it. Would anyone like to guess what it might have been? Anyone? The boot room is correct, yes. The photograph that you see there was taken in this room approximately in the 80s. This door is all that's left to the boot room. It went basically to the wall here, up to where the gentlemen stand, and back to the pillar, and then back to the post here. A very small, predominant room. It's where the players kept the boots all hung up on the back wall, but it's also where the managers would come into, and the backroom staff, and just sit down and discuss football, talk tactics, plot downfalls of teams they were about to play. To give you an idea how important this room really was, while I was here, out of the 18 championships that we've won, 13 of them were won from the room. Out of the 5 European Cups that we have, 4 of them were won from this very spot. It shows you how important in Liverpool's history that this room really became. It changed in the 90s due to the introduction of Sky Sports television and the birth of the Premier League. The pressure was mounted onto Liverpool that they had to create bigger and better press facilities. So how they got round it was that the fact that the new managerial regime had come along and decided that the players weren't going to report to Anfield on a daily basis anymore, i.e. come to Anfield, get changed, get the boots, go over to Melwood, train, come back, get showered, changed and spend the day here. That was taken away. So basically the room was becoming redundant. It wasn't used in the same way. Everything that was in it was transferred over to Melwood. So then the decision was made to demolish the boot room to create this room that we see today. But since the demolition of the boot room, Liverpool Football Club have never added to their 18 league championships ever since. Who would like the boot room back again? Quite a few of us, that's okay. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to let you have a photo here if you wish. Sit in the manager's chair, feel the power of the chair. And in a moment, we're going to walk along the corridor and we're going to go to the home team dressing room where you'll be able to see where the players get changed on a match day. So, if you want photos, that's fantastic. Get your photos now, guys, and then in the next couple of moments, Jake will take us down to the dressing room area. So get any photos that you need now, guys, okay?
We'll have. If you look at the photo on the wall here from 40 years ago, and you see how basic the room was for Mr. Shankly and the great Liverpool team of the day, Liverpool's smaller room hasn't changed a great deal. In fact, Liverpool's home team room is less than half the size of this. It's always been like that for team spirit and camaraderie. There's no lockers, there's no wardrobes, there's no expensive carpets, computer games. For Liverpool players, it's all about concentration, no distraction. Tomorrow there'll be about 40 members of the Reading staff in here. They'll have to bring all their own kit in late on today. They'll have to bring all their own food and drink, medical equipment. So nowadays the visitors actually do need a bigger room, but it's very, very rare that the home team give the visitors a big room. But that's why they're nice in Liverpool. It's a non-slip floor in here, but we won't have paid much money. It's not soundproofed in here. Tomorrow Reading will hear all the fans singing and chanting. The music on the tannoy. There's some heating and air conditioning in here, but it's not turned on. And if Reading don't ask for it to be turned on tomorrow, we save some money. So there's a few little differences. Tomorrow, when Liverpool's team go in the home team room, they will line up generally the way you see the shirts today. Goalkeeper, defenders, midfield, attack for communication. So 90 minutes before the game tomorrow, when Liverpool's team arrive and they start to get changed, they'll be talking with each other in the order they're going to be playing on the pitch for communication. Outside, on the left, is the famous "This is Anfield time." Mr. Shankly had the time placed there for good luck for Liverpool's players, but also to remind them who you're playing for. The liver bird, the emblem of the city and the team. Team on the right, the visiting captain and team on the left. We're going to take the very same walk they'll have always done and they'll be doing tomorrow. Are we ready to go?
Yay.
Let's go.
Yeah, they should.
Use any of the seats in the dugout or behind the dugout. Just watch your step, be careful, watch your step.
And also with the commentators are as well. The stand over to my right is the Anfield Road end. On a match day that stands mainly Liverpool fans. That is apart from bottom tier from pillar 1 all the way across to the small pole that's directly behind the goal. That's given to away supporters. We give them roughly around 3,000 to 3,500 tickets for every single game. Today Reading have sold about 2,500, maybe just a little bit over it, and that's where the black netting is up across the seats. What happens is when the club who we're facing don't sell out the full allocation, we simply get the net and move it along, and then the tickets will go on general sale to Liverpool supporters. The stand behind me, facing you, is the centenary stand, formerly known as the Kenwood Road end until 1992. In 1992, Liverpool Football Club celebrated our 100th birthday. To mark the occasion, the club decided to add the upper tier, change the name of the stand to the centenary stand, and also add 32 glass corporate boxes which run straight across the middle of the stand. Those boxes are where people have a 4 or 5 course meal, and to buy a box here at Anfield it would roughly cost you around 50 to 70,000 pounds per season. The stand over to my left is the most famous part of Anfield, and that is of course the world famous Spine Cop. I won't tell you too much about the cop just yet, as we are going to make our way down there in a few moments, and David will tell us all about the cop once we do get down there. The full capacity of Anfield is just under 45,500. Not big enough for Liverpool Football Club, as we all know now. It's being confirmed that we are going to stay here at Anfield and regenerate the stadium. No one knows when the work is going to start, but it's being confirmed. It could be next year, it could be the year after, it could be the year after that. So until we know a date, we have to wait and see. But we do know that we are going to be staying here at Anfield. What we can do now is we want to get some final photographs in this part of the stadium.
Manchester, Liverpool lost their lives on a hill. In the 1900s, this end of Anfield looked very different. It was one big green grassland. Fans made the running on the match sat on.
It's very unique to Liverpool's fans. Come this up. It comes from a musical in the United States.
Snälla,